Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gingerbread Men Show. I'm Drew.
And I'm James.
We got a heck of a show for you today. Let's get to it.
Man, liberals are so emotional.
Trump sucks.
What? How dare you? You don't know anything. He's the best president ever. You're just brainwashed. The economy, the wall, I don't...
Thoughts?
You're gonna fight for your team.
Okay. My thoughts are, every time I see one of these liberal-like cartoons, it's funny because they have to use cartoons or AI-generated images, because the reality is, in real life, it doesn't exist. And if it does, it's a very big outlier. However, on the flip side, you can find liberals melting down everywhere, especially in cars. We've noticed in cars with our episodes.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're seeing it, this flip out because that's the party in power, right? But, like, it'll transition, it'll switch, and then you'll be able to see this stuff. But then again, with Trump, when it comes down to Trump, you're just gonna... Whatever Trump does, they're gonna freak out, so
No matter what side you're on, you have to understand Donald Trump has brought so much sight to the political world.
Yeah. I mean,
period.
He came in, I would say he was the bull in the China shop. if you think about it.
That sounds
right?
like a great AI image. We're gonna have to try and find that one.
But the truth is that you start seeing these things regardless of where you are on the spectrum, unless you just have your blinders on. But it's interesting to see how it plays out, and you're gonna fight for you're just gonna stick to your camp.
Short's phrase is what James is trying to say is you're gonna stick to your camp. Makes sense. All right, let's watch this one.
FEMA camp.
Oh yeah, they're coming for you.
Oh, sorry, that was too velvet.
All right, I'm gonna make you wear the blue wig. All right, let's watch this one.
I don't understand the Republican agenda. I don't understand how the poor become the enemy. I don't understand that really. How does the poor become the enemy? Because they never finish their sentences. You know, they always come out and go, "We're going to trim the national budget and we're going to get rid of welfare." Woo! But you never hear, "So the poor will die." Woo! Oh shit, I don't want to be part of that. Hey, come on, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Oh, you haven't got shoes. Sorry. I mean, what are they preparing for by pandering to the God?
All right, let's get your take on this. I've got a hot take on it. This did not age well, seeing as how the whole Democratic Party's policy is, "We hate Trump! We hate Trump!" That's all they got.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Mark Maron, I mean...
And this is obviously an older clip.
It's an older clip, but it's also, like, 20 years or whatever, how people don't change in their politics and how they don't evolve.
Right, it's called not learning from mistakes. You know, not everybody's perfect, but it'll be easy to say the liberals don't care about policies, and he talks about the poor. With Democrats in power, everybody becomes the poor.
Yeah, it's more, here's some poverty for you get some poverty, no, I'm just kidding. But it's, you see the gap widen, right, between the income gaps, all these, it doesn't matter who's in power, but the left always banks on this as their talking point. But we've had 12 years of Democrats, right, 2 Obama terms and Biden. And
they weren't so hot.
Yeah, who benefited there?
The Somalis.
You know.
Obama brought them in, and then Biden let them get a free cash cow.
You know, the other thing is...
But I don't know anything about that.
God, I hate that meme. It's the worst snarky...
But it's
passive-aggressive meme.
It's
so
perfect
great.
for liberals,
It's
right?
great.
It's absolutely
great. But also the social safety net. It's a net to catch you. It's not the hammock, right? It's designed to, at least its intent is to get you out.
It's a stepping stone to get back to normal.
Yeah.
It's not your JetBlue flight to paradise.
Yeah, and the problem is that because of how we defined it turns into a thing where it locks people in.
Yep.
Right, they take advantage of it, and it just...
It rewards bad behavior.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on the next one.
willed gay people to be gay people.
He appointed them to it. He appointed them to it.
He appointed them to be gay.
It's what God wanted to do, so he did it. He did it for his pleasure.
God takes pleasure in gay people?
I said,
Yeah, so God created gay sex for his pleasure?
yes. Yes. He created them so that he could destroy them.
Wait. So God wants to destroy a gay man.
He's going to destroy all
For his
of
pleasure.
The default, let me say it again. Listen this time.
Destroy a gay man.
Listen to me. You can't please God in this flesh.
I guess gay people could please God.
No smart mouth. No, see.
You said it was created for his pleasure.
Reprobate mind at work.
I want to start off with a simple yes.
All right, you go first. Razor's out.
This is hard where to start. So, she's probably part of that Westboro Baptist Church. You know, those.
Oh, I have no clue.
Because she's got the God hates.
Let's
So
just
there's
say
that.
what it is. On every side, there's going to be that weak link that thinks some really dumb shit.
Yeah, but what happened is you have that extreme, meaning the other extreme of silly, stupid, and we're seeing that collision of ideas.
Right.
And
I don't know who this guy is, but I've seen him a lot on TikTok. And to be honest, I really hope he finds our channel because I would love to destroy him because all he does is bait people into dumb shit. And he has no real argument. You notice his whole thing was to find the weakest link and then start using satirical words against her.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly low-hanging fruit.
I could do that to a liberal all day.
You do.
Oh, you're right. I did it to you.
I'm not a liberal.
Liberals don't know they're liberals. That's the funny part.
What do you mean?
I broke down a short earlier, and it was a liberal woman, based on her voting record, saying, I don't know why people keep calling me a liberal. Just like that'd be like a Tesla owner driving around. I don't know why people calling me a Tesla owner. You drive a Tesla! You can't be this stupid.
Well, I mean, what is it? You talk about it long enough. It's so funny. You talk about it long enough, it becomes true, right? You know how they do that with the big lie and things like that? You know, when you keep talking about your Tesla and how great your Tesla is, and how amazing your Tesla is, and how smooth the drive is for your Tesla.
Anyways, we're moving
hey,
past
Elon,
it.
cut the check.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Same guy, different setup.
No question. Do you understand that undocumented immigrants have constitutional rights?
I want to start off with a simple question with
She's
you
not going to
guys.
answer the question.
Do you guys think that 10 million illegals were allowed
deflection.
into the
I'm not gonna
United
answer your
States of
question. This
is the
America
big
under Joe
thing.
Biden?
I'm just not going to answer your question.
Okay,
You need to
let's
answer
Discuss how do you
We
take
have
care of
to
the problem.
do-
You have to
do
all this.
we
Yeah.
agree?
Can I get a yes or no?
Do we agree that 10
No.
million illegal immigrants
You're
were
acting
letting
like
in
I'm
over
not going
the
to call out the
last
fact
4
that you are
years?
scared to answer this question because
I'm
you
not scared to
definitively
answer
wrong.
the
Then just
question.
question. We're just-
You guys are
just
pretending that we didn't have 10
You're
million
pretending that I didn't
illegal
ask you the
immigrants
question
that
that I
came
did.
into the country over the last
Just
4
hold on,
years.
hold on, wait,
Can you,
yes.
can,
have
thank
an
you.
obligation.
Then go from there.
you.
It doesn't matter because they still have due process rights, and we have to determine whether or not they're illegal. How do we determine whether they're illegal?
If they have papers, then
Who looks at the
they
papers? Who makes sure they're
ICE,
legit papers? Oh,
Customs
so
and
hold
Border
on. We're gonna trust
the
the
people
branch
that
of
the
government.
left wing is.
We're going to trust the branch of the enforcement agency to police itself. I thought you were against the government checking its own power. Now you think ICE is going to just be incredible and do everything according to the book, and we don't need a judicial check to ensure that ICE is not deporting
Okay.
people that shouldn't be deported.
This is where my head's at with this, okay? So let me just talk with you guys about this for a second. You have illegal immigrants who are on record in state custody in both New York and Illinois who have been tied to crimes such as rape, murder, kidnapping, drug trafficking,
Very
weapons
rare.
offenses, okay?
Rare.
So you have
Less than
8,700,
1%.
can you let me finish?
No, I'm
If
just not gonna let you spread
8,700
this.
of
Go
them that have been released back into the streets of the United States of America as a direct result of the sanctuary city policy of those states. You have another 4,000 that are in state custody in Illinois, another 7,000 that are in state custody in New York. They do not have immigration papers. At a very base level, why do you think it's okay that these sanctuary states, instead of releasing these illegal immigrants who already committed heinous crimes in the United States of America against citizens, do you think it's okay that they refuse to work with ICE to get these people deported?
Oh. Okay. I love the loaded question, though. This is a yes or no. This is not up for debate.
Which it's
Hey,
not a
James.
yes or a no.
Hey, James. Do illegal aliens have constitutional rights?
Okay. They have partial, right? So what'll happen? So under the
That's
Constitution,
a hot but explain yourself. Partial.
So under
You can't cherry pick the Constitution.
right. So this is where the gag is, right? Because under the Constitution, it talks about person, and not necessarily citizen, right? So we have to approach things how a person would that violates the law, right? So there are certain constitutional amendments, like the 5th and 14th, come into play, right? Now, on the flip side of that, it clearly states that they are not U.S. citizens. Then there are certain limitations. So the question being,
So what you're saying is they don't have a Second Amendment right to own a firearm, as per the 4473 form, correct?
you know, they cannot do that.
So they don't have all of the
They don't have
constitutional
them all,
rights.
and what they're talking about is, if you look at those laws in question, like it's unreasonable search and seizure, right? Like being roughed up, right? It's
Right.
these kinds of things.
They still have due process after
Yeah.
ICE detains them, which I don't understand why liberals have such a hard time with that. They go, they're being kidnapped. These liberals don't know what the term kidnap means. We've said that before.
I'm not going to let this one go. So the kidnapping thing, they know that it's not the right word.
It's typical
And
liberal wordplay.
Yeah, and
They
it's-
do it on purpose.
Yeah, it's designed because they were doing this in Minnesota, and I'm not letting it go. I'll bring it up again, where they were trying to set law enforcement agencies against each other. Because naturally, you have to go look into a kidnapping case,
Yep.
and then you find out
It's not
It's
really
ICE.
kidnapping.
it's not really a kidnapping, and then you're under a different set of circumstances.
Yep.
So the way that he frames it is wrong, right? And shows it's bad faith, ultimately.
Absolutely. He's
Which
trying
is-
to set it up just as a gotcha moment,
Yeah,
which it is not a gotcha moment. In fact, it backfires in his face, I think, because we're over here going, gotcha.
Well, his buddy did it. The buddy next to him actually says it too.
And watching how he starts shaking and
Because he got caught. And,
yeah, they know that their arguments are invalid.
And I understand where she's coming from in the sense of like right, clearly there's a problem, right?
There's absolutely a better way for her to respond too, but she got amped up because this kid come in with a loaded question.
Yeah.
And that's not open discussion. They're just trying to get I got you. I got a viral moment. I got you.
Yeah, this is not this is not actually a debate. This was set up to get the gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a problem with our politics right now, with having these conversations and trying to work towards a solution, is that there are people in there that are not interested in actually figuring out a solution,
That's right.
but they want the gotcha.
Yeah. All right, this next clip.
There is no going back to the way things were.
I think that's true.
That's over. That's not going to happen. We still have a long road ahead of us. The Trump regime still has to fall. And people have to be held accountable. We'll have our own Nuremberg-style trials. But what comes after? And that's something that keeps plaguing my mind on what comes next. When we go to rebuild the government in America, here's a few ideas. No more super PACs. That's done. Companies are not people. We remove that shit. We bring back the fairness doctrine in the news. There are 13 circuits for the Supreme Court and only 9 judges. We fix that. 1 judge per circuit. And they're no longer appointed by a president. They are elected by the people. And we can figure out the federal circuit voting stuff later. Not only are they elected by the people in their circuit, but there is a 15-year term on that. And while we're on term limits in the Senate and the House, a new committee shall be formed to oversee judges and whether or not they have any ties, financially or otherwise, to cases brought before them. So the new committee will be able to recuse judges. So the Supreme Court we have now is completely removed. We add 4 more seats to make it 13, and they are now elected into that position by the people of their circuits.
Important question that kept me up.
You start. Go ahead.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Let's make it quick, because we're just doing quick statements on quick clips.
It sounds like it's fancy land head in the clouds, right?
Now-
Like the Trump administration's gonna phase out.
Well, yeah, well, we know, okay, Nuremberg 2.0. Let's talk about that.
A lot of emotional trigger words.
Oh, yeah.
Nuremberg, right?
Going for the gold.
Yeah.
So does that mean Democrats are going to be held for all their mandates during COVID?
Yeah, you if you want to do Nuremberg trials like for war crimes, let's open the doors. Let's talk about what happened during the COVID years.
I felt bad for Bill Gates and Fauci.
Yeah, and that's interesting too because Europe is coming after them because their laws are different.
That's right. Well, there's one thing I do agree is judges should have a committee to oversee them, because I feel like some of these Supreme Court justices think that they have the final say, and it's a three-tier government. You know,
go back for a
there's
second.
checks and balances. What?
Did you say Supreme Court justices?
Yes.
That's why they're supreme.
Right, but I'm saying that they think that they have more power.
I'm just messing with you.
More power than the other branches. That's not how it works. It's a 3-branch system for a reason. They're allowed to have a say, yes, but they're not the final say.
Yeah, they are.
Not really.
That's why
There's
there's
been-
the Supreme Court.
There's been plenty of times that they've said, "Oh, this is the final say," but they've been wrong.
Well, so the Supreme Court.
They
reaches a
do
ruling.
review things. Yeah, they do make rulings. But
Like-
what I'm saying is they're not infallible.
No, but like the gag is they make a ruling on a law, and then what you do is legislation changes said law to make it
Right.
happen.
I'm going to say,
Right? So that's
I'm going to
that's
say,
the gag.
Democrats confirmed a Supreme Court justice that couldn't define a woman. You're sitting here telling me that you're going to be able to go through and, without bias, look at a law and say, "Oh, well, this doesn't fall within that guideline," when you can't even define a woman.
I'm
Make it make
yeah,
sense.
Like, yeah, I got you. But like, what's like his answer? You can
And then-
tell he wants to pack
Yeah,
the courts.
Democrats love the "I'm going to pack the courts" thing. It's not going to work out for you.
I think it only happened once. I can't remember.
It's not going to work out for you. I get where you're going with it. But this guy's got some pretty good delusions going on.
Because usually what happens when you start like packing the courts but you're adding levels of bureaucracy because right now you're complaining about 9 people's rulings, right?
Right.
Okay. Now what happens when you get to 13 and you don't like their rulings?
Next clip.
For hours last night. When you hear the little voice in your head, is it your voice or someone else's voice, or does it vary? Do you have multiple voices? I have multiple voices, kind of depending on what's going on, but they're not hallucinations. I do hallucinate, but I hallucinate smells, not people, not voices. So day to day, do you guys just hear your own voice talking to you? Do you have a voice in your head? Are there people without voices in their head, or just any voice, like without your inner monologue? Is your inner monologue also your voice? Also, when you have songs stuck in your head, is it your voice or the original artist's voice, or whichever version you listen to? Is it somebody else's voice? I don't know why my brain kept me up with this all night. I need to know. I haven't asked anyone this yet. I guess I could. I just need to know, is it your voice or someone else's voice? And how many of them are inhabiting your brain? So please, let me know. Also, that weird noise in the background you might be hearing is probably my dog. She is snoring.
The synapses.
Man, liberals just.
The synapses. They're firing. Let's hear it, James. Let's hear it.
She had me at hallucinating smells. I have this feeling that she smells her own farts.
Does she smell color?
Yeah.
Smells color. Oh my goodness.
That is funny though. I mean, it's. I guess it's a good question.
James,
Well,
here,
I guess it's a good series of questions.
James hears about 3 voices. His, Blue Velvet's, and mine.
Yeah, so
That's your total inner
I
dialogue.
just juggle them.
You have a round table in there.
Yeah.
Blue Velvet rules most of the time, which is why, you have so many illogical.
I think Blue Velvet is the personification of where we are in the country.
That hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. That's the issue. It's not wrong.
Well, James, do you have any closing thoughts for this show?
We clearly recognize that we need change. we make the proposal. And if you look at how it works, it's how does it work for me, right? And we don't look at, like, literally the guy was like, well, what happens next? Okay, well, what happens next? And we're not making those answers. And it's gonna...
Are you saying he wants to be unburdened by what has been?
Yes. That guy's got some burdens. No, if you, okay, right now, 9 is the number. 9 Supreme Court justices is what was settled on. We've had it for decades. You're already complaining about how they're making those rulings.
I didn't get my way, so I want to make it so it's my way.
Yeah, and then when it's 13 and it doesn't go your way, then it'll be like, oh, well, we need 2 more, or something like that. You know what I mean?
I have noticed that the Democrats, when they're not in power, their threat is wait until we get in power. We're gonna come after you. But when Republicans aren't in power, they're gonna be like, we're going to change it to so everybody benefits. Isn't that weird? There's a weird nuance to that. Anyways.
It is kind of interesting how when you look at the Biden years with lawfare and then the issues in the Trump's first term where we started finding out how things were breaking down, how we actually did... Trump ran on accountability, right? 0 arrests, 0 charges, and I hate to do this.
Yeah, Bondi and Cash Patel are worthless.
So it's kind of like, well,
I'm conservative, but they suck.
Yeah, like what are we doing here? Because this will switch around again, and we'll do this again.
Here's what happened: all these kids showed up to the amusement park, and they pooled their money together, and Pam Bondi and Cash Patel are like, okay, we're going to go in and we'll figure out how to get you guys in there and then we'll come back and we'll figure it out. And then they went in and they're like, wee!
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we forgot about everybody else.
Yeah, and
we're just having a good old time.
They're just running out the clock. You can just tell.
Investigations don't equal indictments.
No, I mean, that's true. Investigations don't equal indictments.
It seems like when Republicans do that, it never equals indictments. They're just like, this is our stern way of saying, we're looking at you.
But at the same time, what they don't do? Okay, here's my investigation. Here's my results. This is why I can't do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And the problem is that's what's aggravated.
See, that happens on the Democrat side, but it's only when they're investigating Democrats. Biden can't be held accountable. He's so damn old. He's a great president.
No, I think that was a Trump guy.
No, I'm talking about when
they investigated him.
No, I'm talking about the FBI was under.
Yeah, he was going to bring up the charges, he said he couldn't do it because he was an old man.
Yeah.
Which
But that's what I'm saying. Democrat administration. You don't think that they got to this guy? Like, give me a break.
Well, also. No, no, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, he's an old man. Okay, they found that Nazi soldier in his 90s and got him.
Yeah, it really has nothing to do with his age.
Age is not an issue, right? And I'll remind you, there was cocaine in the White House, and we didn't want to infringe on anybody's rights.
Yeah. More ridiculousness. Well... That's it for this show. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Take care out there. Love you guys.
Welcome back to the Gingerbread Man Show. I'm Drew.
And I'm James!
We got a good episode for you guys today. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. I'm Drew.
And I'm James!
Okay. Are you Randy Savage or James?
I'm there. I'm
Okay.
stoked.
Welcome to the Gingerbread Men channel. I'm Drew. What? I said Gingerbread Men.
I think you just
Oh, channel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Gingerbread Men show. I'm Drew.
And I'm James.
And he's going to have a coronary if I fuck this up again.
Maybe